cheer them on. Here we go. Well, these ladies are fired up to start on defense. You can see they are very, very active. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Chachi Vasiliou gets loose for a lay. Bazan tries to get a double click going from the outside. Solarska, easy bucket. I told you they were going to try to establish inside position, and they just did that. Energy in the building is crazy. Everybody's cheering on Polska. Polska. I'm joining in. I'm hyped. Oh, and the Poles force a shot clock violation with some tough defense. Solarska launches one from the deep end, gets her on board, no box out. Batar, no good on that one. Oh, another easy bucket underneath. Christina Anastasopoulos. Solarska, she is dominant inside. Good defense again. Bazan. Oh, but it doesn't matter. That one. 2 taps and it went down. Big bounces, but it doesn't matter. The Greek are up 3-2. Puter to Ziborska. The rack attack continues for Polska here. And a foul. A little bit overzealous on that defensive possession. Six seconds on the shot clock. Anastasopoulos gets blocked. Good defense. Solarska, she will line one up for 2. No good. Puter will try to get the rebound, and a foul's called. Zimborska tries to dominate inside, and she does just that. Big bucket. Oh, and a foul's called. Stop hacking. Bazan gets the screen. And travel's called. So 5-4 lead for Greece, who have withstood some of the Poles' punches early. They're not scared of anyone. Oh, quick hands. Solarska underneath, and a bucket again for the Poles, who are just fighting underneath the basket. They are in the paint like Van Gogh. Bazan. Solarska by herself, but forgets the Wilson. Anastasopoulos is not reached. And we'll get to our first TV timeout in a 5-5 contest that's been all physical and very tight early. The Poles stormed out with physicality. They've slowed down just a little bit. The Greek, well, they didn't care. They just kept on trucking. We're back. The wave is going through the venue. Crowd is lit. Lublin, stand up. They're here for their ladies. Greece, they got 1 second on the shot clock, and that is going to be too little to get a shot up. Bazan decides against taking the two. She's by herself. They leave her open, so she has to take one this time. She does. Oh, but Greece, they line one up. Chatsivaliu. Knocked that one in. 7-5. Zimborska. Put there back to Zimborska. Dominant inside and continues just so. 7-6. I think all of Poland's buckets have come from right underneath the basket as they are on a rack attack. Here we go again. Polska, Polska. Love how this venue is completely filled up and everybody's cheering on the Polish ladies. Jotsi Vasilio, though, she's silencing the crowd time and time again. A second big two-point shot. Greek is up 3. Solarska, can she answer? No, she cannot. Anastasopoulos will come away with the board. Jotsi Vasilio to Anastasopoulos in the post. 2 dribbles, a spin, and a make. Bazan will line one up. She will not make. And that rebound will go out of bounds. Solarska fell out of her hands. So even though the crowd's been giving them a lot of energy, Poland, they've been forgetting the guard, Chatsi Vasilio, on the 2-point line. And Greek has a lead because of that. Anastasopoulos, can she join the 2-point party? No, she cannot. Bazan. Bazan, they give her a lot of space. And she keeps deciding to not shoot the rock. I get why, sort of, but if a team gives you that much room to operate, at some point, you have to try to get one in. Bazan fakes this time, uses her speed, gets the lay. Poland at 7, the crowd's on their feet. Chatsi Vasilio. Chatsi Vasilio steps back, another one from long range, but this one will keep going and going and going and going. Oh, beautiful play. Solarska forgets to put it in, though. That was deserving of a make. But it ended up being a miss, and whoa. Not sure what you try to do with that. Got stuck halfway between the shot and the pass, I think. Let's leave it at that. Another miss from outside here. As again, the Poles have dominated inside. They haven't been able to make anything from the outside. Anastasopoulos, though, gets loose for not a layup, but a foul.
trzecie przewinienie reprezentacji Polski.
So Sosopolo is on the line.
I niestety dla Polski 11 punkt zdobywają, a teraz błąd kroku popełniła Julia Pasa. Szkoda tej straty, musimy popatrzeć w obronie i aby nam w tym pomóc wchodzi na plac boju oraz Solarska. Gramy!
Greece holding on to that 4-point lead here. Anastasopoulos to the rack, steps through, no make. Jaborska got her hands in there. She said, nuh-uh. So Larska finally gets one to go from the outside. That one's from Warsaw. But hey, look, nobody's guarding Chachi Vasilianu. Chachi Vasiliu. It's a tough name to pronounce, people. I'm sorry. For all you Greek people out there, I mean, don't judge me on my pronunciation. But the Poles get the thievery, and they get the bucket. Anastasopoulos. Anastasopoulos. Again on a rack attack. This one is missed, and the Greek will foul Zaborska on the rebound. That will get us to our second TV timeout. This matchup has been tight. Both teams will use this minute to talk it over as the crowd just gets more hyped and hyped. They've been trying to cheer on their men yesterday. That didn't result in a win. And now they are trying to cheer on their ladies. Bazan got loose for a lay there. And Cholarska finally got one to go down from the outside. Seven points in the game for Chachi Vasiliu. The Poles are back in possession. Bazan's too quick for the Wilsons, forgets it, and that will be a shot clock violation. Anastasopoulos launches it up there. That one's a miss. Puther by herself decides against taking the shot. Zaborska will travel with it. So Chachi Vasiliu will reset, spins, doesn't win. Good block by Zolarska, who said get out of here. And that one, even though it went in, it doesn't count. The travel's called. Chachi Vasiliu gets blocked here. I hope the replay shows her as it does not. She launched that sideways and it dropped in off the glass. Zolarska. Another two-point shot for Poland, who tied the game at 12. Chachi Vasiliu finds a teammate underneath, and that's a make for Anastasopoulos. Zolarska steps back, tries when there's a hand in there, but Jaborska will just clean up the mess. The Poles have fought themselves all the way back into this game after Greece took a bit of a lead. 13-13, 2:22 left in this one. And it's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Chatsi Vasiliu, another crazy shot. This one is missed. Zimborska with the board. She finds Solarska for another two. Rims out. Anastasopoulos crosses her up. No space though. She went at it and she put that in as well. Oh my goodness. Nicolaïdiu. I don't know how she got that one to go. Can we get a replay? Look at this. She just, man, she's just playing horse out here. I hope y'all have that where you're from. Game of horse where you take crazy shots and you try to beat each other. I picked Nicolaïdiu to be on my team for that one. Puts Greece up 2. So Zimborska to Bazan. Bazan gets a screen, uses her speed. Nothing there. Puter will have to launch because it's 1 second on the shot clock. No good, and that will be a shot clock violation. As Poland's been playing from behind most of this game. They tied the game at 13, but are looking at a 2-point deficit. Again, Greece is looking to add to that. So it's tapped out of bounds. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Reset for the Greek. Now, for those of you that haven't noticed, Greece is playing with 3 women. They have a substitute, but she is not coming off the bench. Chatsi Vasiliu. And somehow that ball ends up in the hands of Anastasopoulos. She puts it in. 16-13. Post up here. Zimborska, good bucket. 16-14. The Poles go back to their bread and butter or pierogi and butter, whatever you want. Oh, Anastasopoulos trying to dance with him, no good. Zimborska lines one up, no good as well. We're under a minute. Solarska is telling everybody to calm down. She gets Baz on the screen. Bazan uses that speed, no good on the layup though, and Greece with a chance to extend the lead in this game. Chatsi Vasiliu. Chatsi Vasiliu is on a rack attack, turns around, fading away. Doesn't make it, and a rebound goes to Solarska. Bazan back to Solarska. 30 seconds left in this one. Bazan. Zimborska underneath is open. 16-15. Chatsi Vasiliu in action again, and a quick foul. Solarska on the floor. That will be Poland's 6th. They call a timeout as well. Greece, they got 18 seconds and a 1-point lead in this one. Poland's desperate to get back. I am trying to enjoy the crowd, people. That's why I was quiet. This atmosphere is lit. They are trying to cheer on their team, but Greece will get the check here. Oh, the referees are not set. Calm yourselves down. Hold your horses. So we have 19.3 seconds on the clock. Chatsi Vasiliu gets a rock back. Wilson in her hands. Chatsi Vasiliu is haunted by Bazan like it's Halloween, and that will go out of bounds. I believe that will remain Greek possession with 2 seconds on the clock, so a heave will be one of the options. Maybe they have enough time to get to the rack. It will be on the Sasopoulos, but they will take a look at how much time is exactly on the shot clock. In the meantime, if you're following us on social media, at 3x3, FIBA 3x3, and at FIBA 3x3W. If you're not, what are you doing? But if you make a post use the hashtag 3x3 U23, please. That way we can see what you do. We can interact with you a little bit. So they are looking at how much time is left. Maybe who that's out of bounds on. I'm getting some stats in my ear. Alexandra Jimborska has got 8 big ones. She's your #1 ranked player in Poland under 23. She is showing why. The referee's still looking at these images to try to see who that went out on and how much time is left. Apparently, I have a view of the screen, and I can see they have been discussing. Both referees going to the table now, so an important call here. Will Greece get another shot, or will Poland get the ball back with 9.5 on the clock? So Greece will get possession here. 2 seconds on the shot clock on Sasopoulos. They run a play for Tsatsi Vasiliou. She chucks it up, no good. And that rebound will end up in Greece's hands, but Nicolidou stepped out of bounds. So 3.3 on the clock, and another replay here to try to see how much time is actually on the clock. It's looking like about 3 seconds. Poland is down 1. They need a bucket to tie. They need a 2 to win. .6 seconds. So time added to the game clock. Jimborska will take check up top. She will go one-on-one. Jimborska by herself, and she will put it in 16-16. No time left for the Greek as the Polish ladies tie this game up and force bonus basketball. We will have overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you that don't know, take a look back at Jimborska. Big take, big make underneath. Poland went to their ace when they needed it most, and she scored her 9th point to pull out overtime against this feisty Greek team. Now again, for those of you who don't know, overtime is ruled as follows. The game clock is off. The shot clock is still on, obviously. And the first team to score 2 points wins. That's it. That's the rules. Bazan. They look for Jolarska. Back to Bazan, a screen from Szymborska. Szymborska will catch it down low and will finish the shot. Szymborska, 10 points in the game. Now Poland needs to play defense. Greece cannot get a look at it. Sasopoulos, though, will get one. It will roll out. Bazan back to Szymborska. She gives it up to Bazan. Wants a screen, Bazan. Jolarska open for 2, and she will not take it. Szymborska will get the rebound, turns, spins. Oh, that almost got stuck. Rebound again for the Poles. This is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Bazan finds Jolarska by herself underneath, and she puts it away for the Poles. Overtime victory. Poland over Greece, 16-18. Zaborska and Zolarska finished it up. They handled their business like grown women when they needed to. Brought their team all the way back in the game, and this game lasted 5 seconds too long for the Greek. Zolarska all by herself got the layup to go.